I already showed you that you can hit Command or Control and hover over the things that you're interested in and click on them to have a look at the source code for these things. And that can be helpful for understanding what happens internally if you're interested in that. Now, of course, you also might be wondering, what can I configure on a widget? What's the idea behind a widget? And which widgets do exist? And that can also be answered. For this, the official documentation is a great place. You find it on flutter.dev, and there you can click on Docs. Now here you have a bunch of general documentation which can be interested, and you also have the widgets catalog. Now here you see a lot of categories for widgets, and for example, you can have a look at layout widgets to find all the widgets that help you with positioning other widgets. Here you find information about the container. You also will find information about the column and the row if you scroll down. Here you can read more about that if you're interested, and you can always click on a widget there to find a more detailed explanation. Here for container, it's pretty vast and pretty extensive documentation. Some widgets also have shorter docs. And then you can scroll down to maybe find some examples. Not all widgets have examples, but quite a lot of them have it. And if you scroll even further, you see the properties that exist, the different constructors that exist. If there is more than one, you would see it here. And you can always click on all these things to learn more about that. So that also is something that's worth exploring if you're stuck, if you need a certain behavior in your application, or if you want to look up something. So that's also something I would always recommend that you be aware of and that you dive into. And with that, that's enough of Dart and technical background for the moment. Again, and I'm really just emphasizing this because it is a lot of new content to digest. If one or the other thing is unclear, we'll go through all of that throughout this course. No worries. So for the moment, we have our own custom status widget. It receives external data. It changes when that data changes, and therefore the UI rebuilds this widget if that data changes. And we added our first basic styling and positioning here. So our app is slowly taking shape, but more importantly, we already learned a lot of important core functionalities and behaviors of Flutter and Dart. Let's continue that road.